Where do I start? I guess, sorry. It's been 2 months since I made a video. It's probably clear to you guys, haven't seen anything. But I have reasons for all that. I haven't touched the car in a month, so I'll let you guys know what has been going on later on in this video. But I guess let's take the camera in the garage and take a look at what the GLI has been looking like lately. So as you can see, everything behind me in the garage is very messy. That's how it's been for a while. I haven't really been able to do much work. I remember earlier, or a few months ago, I was doing pretty good with getting work done on the car, but I kind of hit like a big speed bump. Paint got delayed, just a whole bunch of stuff, and it kind of hit me all at once at how big this project really is, and my goal to get it done by this summer is like crazy. So I took a step back, took a break from everything because I was just getting overwhelmed by all the work that I had to be doing to this thing to get it done. I kind of changed the way I'm going to go about everything, and I'll tell you guys that in a little bit. But yeah, this is how it's been for a while, and it's sad to look at it. You got all these writings and bullshit on the car. It's not cool to look at, but I'm pretty sure the last video I put out, it was snowing out, so it's like 75 right now. It's beautiful out, so that's how long it's been. It kind of feels good to pick the camera back up and actually try and get a quality video out that I could post, because I did film some videos of some of the other work that I did, but they just weren't good enough to post. I didn't want to post shitty videos, so I kind of updated you guys a little bit on my Instagram, which if you don't follow, go follow that. I post a lot on there, when I can at least. But yeah, as you guys can see from the last video to now, interior's in, the bay is basically done. Car is pretty much ready to get shipped off to go to paint. Like, there's really not much more I could do there. The wiring's done, 99%. And now that I'm done with everything else that I had going on, like I went on 2 vacations.
Drink that shit! Drink that shit!
I was doing a bunch of stuff, so I was kind of busy at the same time. But now all that's out of the way, I really have nothing else in front of me but this car. So I'm gonna try and start cranking out work. It's not easy. I'm a one-man team right here right now, so I'm gonna get as much done as I can. You do see that the motor is in pieces. I have the head off only because one, I don't have the engine stand. If I had an engine stand, it would be up there. My dad's using that. Well, he let me borrow his last year when it was on that, but whatever. I took the head off because I'm just going to get my head inspected. If any of you guys remember, the head, the cylinder 3, the spark plug threads are like shot. so I'm getting that professionally fixed. A couple other things that I'll touch up later on in this video about the head. I'll go in detail with everything on the car. But yeah, there's a lot to do, and I'm trying to get it to Waterfest. It's not going to be 100% done. I'm not sure yet, so I don't know. I still don't know what I want to do. I just want it done. I miss driving it. It's been 8 months, so let's go in the garage and let's go a little more in depth with everything. Alright, so here's what I was talking about with my motor. I hate to see it just sitting on the ground, but it's fine. The only thing really is the oil pan. I have little pieces of wood under there, so it's fine. But yeah, it's just sitting like this right now. It's been like this for a week or two. Everything on here seems pretty good to go. I'm gonna, like I said in other videos, I'm just resealing the entire motor because I had like leaky head gasket. I had a leaky head gasket and I think a front main seal, which isn't bad. The head gasket, I want to believe, is because the way the guy had it set up, he had some weird ass head gasket on there. Integrated Engineering actually has an appropriate head gasket for a stroker motor, which I'm going to go ahead and buy. It's like $100. But I think the block is good to go. When the car came off the road, nothing was wrong with the motor. Like, it ran. So nothing blew up or anything. I got the head sitting over here. And I said before, bringing it to a machine shop. I just want him to go through and inspect everything. He's going to be fixing this cylinder right here. This is where the spark plug threads are all messed up. So he's going to go in and retap that or whatever he's got. I don't know what he's going to be doing, but he told me he could do it. So he's going to fix those threads for me, so I don't need to worry about the little insert thing. But as you can see, everything in here looks really clean. There's only like 2,000 miles on the motor, if that. And yeah, so head's gonna get dropped off pretty shortly, probably within the next day or two. My dad's head's actually at the machine shop too, because he's building his 1.8T, which we'll have videos on shortly. I actually have one that I gotta edit and post. I haven't done that. I've been lazy. Turbo's chilling there. Everything here, injectors. As you saw, engine bay is pretty much done. The wiring is pretty much done. I just need to get a shield for the wiring. I have a couple companies in mind that make fancy wiring harness guards to go around and make everything look nice. As for the interior is pretty much together. I'm keeping the seats out just for me, so when I gotta do things in here, it's a lot easier. Everything works. I put power to the car, radio works, windows work, everything in here works, which is good to know. So far all my wiring has been okay. The main thing is going to be the engine harness, although I didn't really do much to that because the way I ran it, I didn't really need to extend much. So yeah, I'll give you guys another look at my wiring in there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's all my wiring. Pretty much the only wiring I need to do now is I gotta run a power wire for my new slim fans I got going in. I got Mishimoto slim fans. I got rid of that fan control module because I have no AC. So this is like a bare bones system right now. It's gonna be pretty nice. Another thing, this is the reason why I took my car off the road in the first place, is because of this manifold right here. My manifold cracked, and you could see that pretty clear right there. It's pretty bad. It moves. I don't know if you can see that, but cracked all on the inside. Definitely can't see that, but I'm gonna be getting this repaired within the next week or two. I'm talking to the guy who's gonna be doing it right now actually, and he's gonna give me a quote. He's gonna re-weld something. I don't know how he's gonna do it. So long as it fits the way it did before and works the way it did before, then that's all I care about. Yeah, and the biggest thing holding me up on this car right now is the paint. And let me explain that for you. So I had a guy in mind who I've been in contact with before the car even came off the road, because I always originally planned on getting this car resprayed even before I even planned on shaving the bay. Only because I'm big when it comes to the paint. something about a perfectly clean car when the paint's like immaculate, it's just so much more satisfying and you enjoy the car more. So I would always plan on doing that. I've been in contact with the guy for a really long time, and we actually had a scheduled date for my car to get over there. And now this guy does all this stuff out of his house, so he's a one-man team. He's shaved so many engine bays on Volkswagens. He's painted, basically he paints 99% Volkswagens, pretty much it. So he knows what he's doing. His work is phenomenal. But anyway, he's been really busy. So my car was supposed to go to him 3 months ago. He's still backed up on all these other cars that he has going on because he's a one-man team. So yep, my car is in the line in there, but I don't know if it's gonna make it. I really can't wait too much longer. So I did get another paint quote for my car from a local body shop. Somebody's calling me. Let's see who this is. Johnny. Yo.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo.
Yeah, what's good?
Yo, Schultz said he didn't even touch those things.
So they were loose from the beginning, probably.
Nah, he said they weren't loose. Because the one side, I literally, like, rocked the bump, like, not too long ago on my left side, and it was like, that shit's fucking stuck there. Like, dude, they're tight, like, they're...
Alright, so that was a little interruption. That was my friend Johnny. He drives the 10th gen Civic Si, the red one that you guys have seen in the videos, I think. He got new coilovers for his car, and he just noticed that his camber adjustments had shifted over, and he was just asking me what he should do. He's a little worried, but he's chilling. He'll be fine. But where was I? So I think I was talking about the paint. So yeah, that guy who I originally was going to get my car painted by, he's very busy, so I don't know if he's going to be able to paint my car in the time that I want it done in, which sucks because I was 100% all for this guy. Nothing against him, it's just the time, it's not falling in place for us. So I went to a local place by me, gave him a call, and it's like, hey, listen, I need to get my car painted. Told him all about my car, and he knew what page I was on. He knew how serious I was and how perfect I needed everything. And I think I'm gonna be working with them, and it's a little more expensive. It's about $2,000 more, but I think it's totally gonna be worth it at the end with all the stuff that he said he's gonna do for me. So that's gonna be awesome. But like I said earlier in this video, I am taking things a little differently now. So the car is not actually gonna go out for paint, like the whole car. So what I'm gonna be doing is, money's a little tight right now. Of course, I'm building a car like fully. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the car sent out to the shop. It's only like a half hour from my house, and I'm gonna get the engine bay painted only. And that way everything in the engine bay is done. I could throw the motor in, throw everything else in that needs to be put in here to get the car running and whatnot. Put it on the road, make sure everything works with my wiring and the motor rebuild and all that stuff. So it's just smarter to do it that way than dropping all the money on the paint job at once and having something not work. So after everything is settled down and like everything is working properly and the car is reliable, which I don't think it's gonna be unreliable, but you never know when you do something like this. But once everything settles down and everything's working, I'm gonna go bring the car back, and they're just gonna spray the whole outside of the car. Like, it's getting painted the same color, so no door jambs, nothing crazy, but it just makes more sense. I'll be able to drive the car there. They'll be able to move it in and out the shop. So much easier that way, and gives me a little more money to get the motor in and running and whatnot. So that's how I'm gonna be doing this. Engine bay first, motor in, get the car running, bring it to get painted mid-summer whenever I can. Basically all that's been going on lately, not much at all. So I am doing a lot of stuff in these upcoming weeks, and I definitely am gonna pick the camera up because I miss it. I love YouTube, but after not being on it for a while, I was getting lazy. Now I'm doing it again. We're here, and hopefully I live up to what I tell you guys. I'm gonna try and make videos, quality videos. I know this is a bunch of talking. If something comes up today, I'll definitely do it to make it a more interesting video, but for now, this is all I got. Yeah, this is how she sits right now. A million pieces. Very sad to look at. And it has been 8 months since the car was on the road. It was 8 months ago that somebody tried taking my turbo off my car, which led to all of this. And for any of you guys who don't know, I'll tell you the story real quick. I was an idiot. I was speeding, didn't see a cop, and I flew right by him. Really wasn't going that fast. I was probably doing 10, 15 over, but with my car, I have an external wastegate, so the thing was screaming. And he pulled me over, found out my license was no good, got the car impounded, and while the car was an impound, it was a dirty impound place. It was very sketchy. Somebody was messing with the motor of my car. They loosened the V-band clamp that holds the turbo onto the car, and I know they did it because it was never like this. The day I got the car back, it was all fucked up, and the turbo was loose. Intercooler pipes were cut. You could see they were trying to cut everything off. I'm guessing they were trying to take the turbo off because it's a $2,500 turbo. They probably knew exactly what I had in there, and they wanted it. I don't know how that was going to work, but that's what happened. And because of the turbo being loose, the vibrations cracked the manifold, because that manifold was solid. Those welds were crazy good. That's a very quality piece right there. So I don't think it just cracked on its own, and that's where I am right now. It sucks that that happened that way. I only drove the car for like a month, and I only drove the car for like a week while it was fully tuned on the dyno tune that I got. But yep. But hopefully things start picking up with the car. They definitely will, now that I got just the car to worry about. No more vacations, no more of that BS. So once again, I'm going to apologize. This video is just talking. There's really not much I could do right now. It's been 2 months since I posted anything, so I had to update you guys before I go ahead and start posting a video on me working on the car, because things wouldn't fall in place. You guys would be confused as to what's going on. But hopefully next week you have a good video, or maybe even tomorrow. We'll see how things go on when I drop the head off and get that manifold fixed. We'll see how things play out. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to hit that button. Because if you ask me, this build is pretty awesome. You're not going to want to miss it. Something a little different. You don't really see people working on Volkswagens to this caliber on YouTube. So, subscribe. And also, it's been a while, like I keep saying, so I'm going to throw in some throwback clips from the build of this car from last winter. Just freshen you guys up on the channel. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Peace.